Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here in the Quokka Theatre at PAX. Woo! I love that enthusiasm. Thank you, Jill. Yeah, you get a personal call out if I really like your enthusiasm during this panel. The really, really exciting thing, though, and something I do want you all to go absolutely insane for, is the fact that we have the first ever viewing of the Season 5 One for All trailer to share with you right now. That's right, go absolutely nuts and I'll press the play button.
No, she's not part of this.
It was her. It was that pink tiefling.
Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? What'd I do?
Arson! Murder! Magic!
Stop hitting me so hard! Why did you break in here? He's cheating! Disqualify him! Barely broke a sweat.
You know, I had a whole session planned out. And then you guys, you just went ahead and murder-herboed your way through the whole town and then went completely off the rails.
So now I am improvising a whole new campaign on the fly. So I'm sorry if it's not as consistent as it could be.
Now, can we get this game back on track?
With friendship you get your wish. With friendship I'll catch you like a fish.
Friendship means you get your turn. Friendship helps your enemies burn.
Friendship is the food on your plate. It's the knife in the throat of the people that you hate. It's the white hot rage that helps you in the war. It's the brains on the walls and the blood on the floor.
We'll destroy you.
And that's what friends are for.
So there you go, very exciting. I'm going to stop it playing. We don't have to watch it a second time. You have to pay extra for watching it again. Sorry to disappoint you all. With that being said, though, I do want to take a moment to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands on which we are meeting today. Much of One for All and many of the people up here on stage come from the Gadigal land of the Eora Nation, and we are all very, very privileged to be visiting here. So thank you so much to the traditional custodians and to any Aboriginal people joining us today for our panel. Right now, though, I want to introduce our incredible panellists up here on stage. I'm sure most of them are very familiar to you out there. Without any further ado, please join me in welcoming for cosplay, Forgeling, Eva Devore, Kendall, Drury, and Elliot Charles. And they love you, random citizen. My name is Rebecca, also known as Ardella, and I'll be moderating today's panel and trying to keep these people in line. With that being said, let me go down the line and get them all to introduce themselves to you, just so you can put a face to a name, and they'll tell you a little bit about what they do on the show. So let's start at the top there with Eva.
Hi, I am Eva. Oh. I'm Eva Devore. I play Evandra, the half-elf fighter and party murder hobo, and I am also the costume designer on the show as well.
It is good. It's actually good look for you.
Hi, my name's Kendall. I'm not sure why I'm here. They just pulled me off the street and dragged me. I believe I'm on a show. My general role in it is to not be as much of a burden as the other actors.
Yeah, only half successful.
Fairly easy.
But no, I play the DM, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I know why you're all here. You don't have to clap, it's fine.
Paul, can you be less awkward than that?
No, be more awkward.
Yeah, can you
Make
act
it
like
worse.
you want to be here?
All right, on that note, I'm full cosplay. I play Nixie, the tiefling pyromaniac, and And it's my job to be as chaotic and stupid as possible, which is not a good recipe. So yeah, no, it's really fun. Oh, and then I do that as well in my role, so it works out well.
You just stole my introduction.
Yes.
Seeing as I can't be the most chaotic, I'll definitely be the most problematic on set. I play a character in this show, and it goes all right. I think it's generally the consensus. Other than that, that's about it, actually.
Hi guys, I'm Elliot. I'm the writer-director, and my main job on the set is to just keep these idiots in line.
Yeah.
Now, it seems like almost everyone out there, based on applause alone, has seen at least one episode of One for All. Can I get a show of hands if anyone hasn't seen One for All? Oh, I see a couple. Okay, for those people out there, how would you describe One for All for the people who have never seen an episode?
In how many words?
I'll give you 10.
10.
Okay, I didn't realise this would become a counting game.
Do we have 10? Are you sure?
Oh no, I'm running out of words.
I am, yes.
I would describe it as pure chaos.
You got 8 more words.
It's good.
Not good at maths?
If you've ever seen the movie Sophie's Choice, it's not like that.
At all. Hey, Elliot, you know how you made this? What's it about?
You want the pitch?
Yeah, give us the elevator pitch.
All right, so One for All is...
Pretend like you want to get us involved.
I'll pretend I want money from producers. All right, so One for All is a fantasy comedy web series which follows 3 main heroes as they fumble their way through various quests throughout a fantasy kingdom.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That sounds right.
Yeah, that was way better than the rest of you. Well done.
You get 1 point.
I don't think that was
We've spent
10 words though. So
Oh, sorry,
deduct
my bad.
points.
Wait, are we doing a point system?
Yeah.
Sounds like a pretty good
Not
show. Where
yet,
can I watch
but
it?
there will be a quiz with prizes at the end. You guys up here on stage with me don't get to play along. You should already know all of the answers to the quiz. But everyone out there, I hope you brought your smartphones because, first of all, it's 2022, and second of all, we're going to play Kahoot, and there are prizes for first, second, and third place in the Kahoot game. Before we get to that, though, another question from our panelists up here on stage. Do you have a personal favourite episode from the first 4 seasons?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, tricky. And you're at the end there, Eva, so you have to go first.
Look, it's hard to choose. Murder Hobo will always have a special place in my heart because it was a lot of fun to do. But I also really love the first musical episode.
Spoiler.
They saw the trailer. Because it was just unlike anything we'd ever done before. So it was so much fun to be on such a big scale and dance around and fight things. I like the ones where we get to do murders.
Yeah, I'm a little conflicted with my one. It's the Aarakocra one where I vomit on Forgeling, which is a good time. But no, it was probably I won't go into it. It was one of the worst days on set I'd ever had. Then I saw the episode, and it's my favorite episode. So I think the moral of the story is it's okay to abuse actors.
But
Yeah,
only
that's
if
how
it
we got
results
here
in a good
today.
episode.
Yeah.
Do additional episodes, add episodes count?
Yeah, I would say so.
Because genuinely, I really like the latest one that we've put out. It was the ad we did for Wizards of the Coast for the new... I really...
The battle plan one.
Yeah, the battle plan one, because, we've been doing this show now for a few years, and I loved the first episodes because back then it was so scrappy. It was just us in a Well, you know, like in the best way possible. Like it was us in a park somewhere, dressed up to the, like, you know, in the Australian heat. It was sometimes a bit miserable, but like it was fun. Like we had fun, and then it became a bigger thing. But it was fun to kind of go back to the energy we had at the beginning and kind of play around, and it made a really cool episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'd love to see like a show of hands who's seen the latest episode just 2 days ago that we released it.
Oh, cool. Okay, so a few people have seen it too.
I
Yeah,
see-
I think it was just really fun because like we all got to see like the different character flavors play out again. So it was kind of like perception check, was it? No, it was
Stealthy approach, yeah.
Stealthy approach. So it was kind of like a flashback to kind of that sort of episode, and I just really loved it. It was really
like
fun.
legit. When that was sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, who some of you guys might be familiar with, but like they pitched the idea, and it was just like, I've read this. It's stealthy approach. We can just do stealthy approach again. Like, all right, yeah, let's do that.
Just re-release it.
That means technically we're canon, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, hey. Yes.
Sign a minor technicality, find us in your player's handbook.
Yeah.
You're
already in
the
player's handbook.
I think
paid a
that
lot of
hit
money.
home for a lot of Dungeons & Dragons players because so many of us have gone through hours and hours of planning out how we're going to go into these fights, and then as soon as we get into the fight, everything goes out the window. So that's one of the things that I love the most about One for All, and so many episodes of One for All feel like an actual game of D&D, just incredibly frustrating but incredibly fun at the same time.
Yeah.
With that being said, I need to hear from Forgeling. What's your favourite?
Well, after that very sincere, that was very nice. I also like being vomited on. I think as
I liked the rehearsal process for that. Yeah.
it was honestly, Kendall's been taking me through some method acting, and he told me there's a great way to prepare for stuff like this. So we just worked through it.
By dribbling into each other's mouths?
No, don't be disgusting.
How many times
checking.
now have you had stuff on your face for a shoot?
What, just like in life? I'll wash it most mornings. Thank you.
No, I mean, yeah, like for a shoot. Like, how many times now have you had like a different?
Less than Kendall.
Really?
Kendall's taken more fluids to the face than I have.
Enough about how I got the role.
I don't want to stop this line of questioning, but I will say this may come into play in the quiz later on. So let's not get too in-depth about what sort of substances you've been doused with.
Just on the tail end of that one, can I say that we didn't actually use the shot where I got vomited on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did end up being CG.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out
it was
in the
too
end.
gross.
There also wasn't just enough vomit. Like it's like when you're doing like a shot where somebody gets vomited on, there's like a sweet spot where there's so much of it that it passes into like fantasy. But on the actual day, we did the take, and it was just like, oh, gross.
What did you expect?
And with that insight into Elliot's fantasies, can you give us your insight on what your favourite episode has been so far?
Look, I mean, there are all my babies in some way or another, so it's hard to pinpoint a favorite, but it's definitely Aarakocra. I think it's just like the most unhinged thing that I've written, and it's like the most me. Like it feels like me as a person. I just got to like go into it with no restrictions, no holding back. And it's beautiful. And coincidentally, it is the least viewed episode of One for All.
I love that you described it as like the most to me, because it's just like, can you imagine just going into like therapy and just being like, so this is something I made.
I mean, like, well, I literally like did an illustration of this to pitch it to these guys. I just drew like in crayons and like pencil and stuff, just like.
I remember that.
Yeah.
He's not allowed pens.
It was better than the episode.
It was just like these three in like a little nest, and then like Mama Bird just like vomiting on top of them. And I said like, so guys, this is what we're shooting for season 4. Like, congratulations on the Kickstarter. This is what we're doing with it.
And then he was like, hey, Eva, can you build me a bird face? And I was like, all right. What a
That
time.
is particularly terrifying. That bird face gives me nightmares.
It's so good though.
Yeah.
But it's so scary. It watches you.
So, is anyone in the room like one of the Kickstarters? I'm sorry.
No, we're not.
No,
Yeah,
thank you.
so
got it.
much. by the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you guys so much.
But mostly we're sorry.
Now, we're lucky enough for the first season especially to have seen a lot of bloopers. Unfortunately, as funding became more real and the show became a thing, we had seen a few less bloopers, I imagine because people are blooping a little less and getting a little more serious.
I have a court order
No
to
serious
behave.
business?
Yes, I'm no longer allowed to speak unless spoken to on set. Sorry.
It actually became a thing of like damned if you do, damned if you don't with the bloopers. Like we would put the bloopers out and there'd be people that loved it and there would be other people that are like, stop filming bloopers and just get it right.
Yeah, you
And
guys
only
would-
make episodes. And we're just like, we didn't plan the bloopers. It's not like we had a full script
It's
like
not
the
our fault,
normal.
we're just bad.
Some great advice from some professional filmmakers who thought we could release twice the amount of episodes if we stopped doing bloopers, which is how filmmaking works.
Obviously.
Also just basic maths. I know basic maths.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was quite funny because then and then it would become a thing of sometimes there would be a point where it's just like, oh, this actually would make a funny blooper though. Like, should we just do it? Just make a blooper.
Yeah, we started
That would be
scheduling
mine.
bloopers.
We did, and that's got mixed results.
Yeah, okay, be funny now,
Let's
guys.
do that funny thing you did
You
before.
can't
Except like,
stage a blooper.
You can't stage a blooper.
You want us to do bloopers, you have to script bloopers for us, Elliot.
And then we'll still stuff it up.
we can't use that one.
We have a bloopers video for the bloopers.
I'd love to know if there is a behind-the-scenes moment or a blooper that lives in your head rent-free to this day.
Oh, that's definitely our first AD being punched in the face by a homeless man.
Oh my god.
I think we need this story.
Yes. Can I tell this story?
Yeah, go for it.
Because I was there when it happened. And
The hit of 2021.
no, so there was an unhoused gentleman who was kind of like living in an area that that you guys had previously scouted out, and he wasn't there. And then when we came to film that day, he was there and kind of put up this tarp in an area. Thankfully, it was blue, so it was like easy to kind of like roto out. Like I assume.
Oh, we framed it out.
Okay, cool. So we just framed it out. But yeah, so like it was one of those things where I was kind of just like, oh, okay, like it's a bit like okay, it's whatever. And our first AD tried to make peace and was just like, hey, dude, like we're in this area, like blah blah blah, because it was kind of like
nicest I've ever seen him act.
yeah, he was like genuinely being such a sweetie. And then was even just like, hey, look, like if you don't mind, just like kind of staying out of shots, because he would sometimes like walk into shots. Just purposely, just to be there. And he was just like, look, if you don't mind just staying out, like, I'll buy you a case, anything you want, VB, like, whatever, like, I'll get it for you. Just please don't get in our shots, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he walks off, and there was a point where we were kind of like, there was some shooting going on. I think you guys were flinging shit at each other, literally.
Oh yeah,
And
that was poop episode.
yeah, that was poop episode. Yeah,
yeah.
literal shit. And I think I was off because I wasn't in that shot, and I was next to Vinny, and the guy kind of just wandered in, and we were kind of keeping an eye on him because we're like, we've got all this expensive equipment, all our like weapons, everything. Like we're kind of like, okay, like better keep an eye on him. Anyway, and then he walks up to Vinny, our first AD, and then just socks him in the face. And we're all just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he like runs off, and I'm just like, shit, I gotta call the police. And it's been a long time since I've had to call anyone, so I put in 911. Which thankfully here in Australia does just take you to 000 anyway. And I was like, oh, thank God, because I'm an idiot.
From the point of view of the people in the scene who didn't see it, all we saw was Elliot go, oi, and throw his iPad and go sprinting off.
Yeah.
My poor iPad. I was standing like right next to Jen, our makeup artist. Some of you guys might know Soylent Cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing.
she plays Glitterin when she's not doing makeup. But yeah, she was like, oh, that was the scariest I've ever been on set. Just from when me just screaming, like, that was so manly.
Yeah, because like from our perspective, it was like Vinny gets hit. he falls back into the tent starts to shake. Like, this other guy starts running away. Then I hear Elliot screaming, and I'm like, everything's just fucking chaos. And then, we ended up having to get the police to come over. And his excuse was that Vinny had hypnotized him. So it was.
Which really makes it Vinny's fault.
Yeah, obviously, Vinny. This is Vinny's
It does
fault.
make it Vinny's fault.
In
Punch
true
me in the
first
face.
AD style, though, he was like trying to not get medical attention
Yeah.
so he could push the schedule forward. He's like,
it's
we're
like-
behind schedule, guys.
We gotta
Don't
keep
care that
going."
I've just been punched in the face. There's a bit of blood. We've got shots to get.
Very important.
Very important.
So did we end up getting that gentleman guest role in season 5?
Monk?
No?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, missed opportunity there. Method
Obviously.
acting all the way. With season 5 mentioned, though, we just got to see the amazing trailer. I know it said it at the end, but just so we get it all in our heads, when can we see the first episode drop?
I forgot what date.
Is this part of the quiz?
No points.
It's
for you.
like is it the 9th of November?
Wait, is it on our Instagram? Can I just look it up? Like,
Can we rewind the stream?
It's in the future.
give me one.
When can we see it?
Is Goldie here?
Why I'm
Goldie should
asking
know.
you guys.
Goldie, when is it?
Oh, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
The
we've got
9th
other
of
things releasing
November,
next
but we
week.
have
Thank
other
you,
things.
random audience person.
You guys, I'm literally giving you the opportunity to spruik your thing here.
Yeah. So
Personally, I don't want any more attention, so...
well, you're not in any of these episodes.
Yeah, I know. It's been my favorite season.
Yeah, we know that season 5 is taking a little bit longer than we initially planned it to. So while we were kind of waiting for that, we actually have one of the post boys, our composer, who should be in the crowd right now. There we go. There's Ned. I want those season 5 episodes on my desk by Monday. Thank you. But yeah, we kind of got tired of twiddling our thumbs, and we went and shot a few more little mini episodes. They're not like full, huge, what you would expect from One for All, but there are some little fun moments that I actually kind of really like them. I think they're going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's been really fun, and also it's given us an
No, they are
opportunity
good.
as
I'm not angry. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
I think they look good.
Yeah, it's because Tom's in them. Like, oh.
yeah. No, it's been
Yeah,
nice also
I'm
because
sorry.
it's given us an opportunity to like do other things than just our characters as well. Like it's like I mean I think I'm the only person who's you've gotten to do something different, right?
I was an extra one time.
Yeah, I was an extra too, and that was fun. So
I
like
got to
I was
stay
like,
home.
hey, we get to be different things.
They didn't let me play a goblin. I've got a goblin character, which I've had in the works for a while, and no, not allowed to do it.
We got rained out, Tom. It's not our
It's
fault.
too
it was
good.
raining.
The weather said no. The weather was like, the world
universe
doesn't
said no
need that.
goblin.
A goblin.
You're not allowed. We've seen you do it.
We went and saw Phantom of the Opera instead, thinking that would make you happy. But
Ah.
no.
Just Goblin of the Sewers. I want to see that. It's all goblin cast.
An all goblin, all bard cast,
Oh,
I think
I'm
is
so
what we
in.
need.
Yeah, just greenskins and the Racketeers.
Season 6, guys, you heard it here first.
All goblins, all the time.
Well, you just mentioned season 6. Does that mean that season 5 is not the end of the road for One for All?
Look, I mean, I have a lot of ideas I'd love to do. I think, I don't want to speak for these guys, but I'd love to see the show keep going. Yeah, maybe?
I'd love to see the new cast.
Yeah, if anybody has like a show reel they want to send me today.
You just need to look like Kendall.
I've got like the next DMs down there in the audience. I've pitched in before, but you keep hiring me for some reason.
Yeah, I'd love to see what the new year brings, but I guess it's going to be up to how season 5 performs, and if people still like the show, then we'll keep making it for as long as that's still the case.
Yeah.
Still like it and comment it and show it to people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like your John Wick. Just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just keep going.
I thought you said
Just
like,
keep
show
going.
it to people.
Oh, right.
It's my John Wick cosplay.
You mentioned John Wick. Can we expect to see any dogs being, terribly, terribly maimed to further the storyline in the future, like in John Wick?
Oh, God.
Or are we just
What?
sticking?
I was so confused there for a second.
Tom,
I'm like,
Tom just got a new dog.
I got a dog.
no,
Is that?
no.
Is
Are
that?
you happy to sacrifice your dog?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, then that's it. We cannot do it.
I got my housemate has one, and I've got kind of mixed feelings towards it.
Forget this panel. We're just doing. I'm going to show you my pet.
that I'm in.
Just checking for potential there, just checking for potential. Now, you did mention the incredible one-shots that we've been seeing coming out, and I was just wondering if we had any other ideas for different ways that we can consume One for All.
I mean,
Orally.
With fava beans
As
and a
in,
nice
like, audiobooks,
Chianti.
right?
Oh, right. Okay.
Audiobook.
Yeah, I'll read you the scripts of One for All
Actually,
on the phone.
It sounds like people would actually be down for that, yes?
Can we actually just have
We
it
can
like
get
by
you
a
on the
fireplace?
car map, just doing ASMR.
No, it's just I'll call you up, give me a number, and I was like, all right, season 1, episode 1.
Act one.
You
Scene
meet in a
one,
tavern.
exterior.
You have to do all the voices though of all the different characters.
Oh, I do all the voices anyway. I do
Give
all
us
the
your
ADR
best
for the entire
Nixie.
group. Yeah.
Right now, best Nixie voice.
No, it's too strong.
yeah, can you say the line, Tom?
Say the line, Tom. Say the line.
Say the line.
Do the line.
Do the line.
Say the line, Bart.
Fire hands.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. That was one of our first bloopers, I think. For the first episode was I had to say a whole list of fire spells and said fire hands and didn't even realize that I'd said fire hands.
You
greatest
said it multiple
achievement.
times.
Multiple
Fire
times.
hands.
Yeah, we corrected you each time, and then you went back and kept saying it.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of like if the wrong thing gets put, like the wrong like wording gets put into my head, it's like I struggle to go back to the correct one, and that's caused so many times for me to have to redo the same scene. It sucks.
Now, you've mentioned that season 5 has taken a little longer than anticipated to get out, and that's totally understandable. It looks insane based on the trailer that we've just seen. What kind of new and unique challenges did you face in creating this new season?
I mean, I'd say the main one was that we were lucky enough to come down to Victoria and shoot at Ballarat at Cryo Castle.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
That was pretty
Hey,
sick.
Yeah, any castles in here?
Thanks, Victoria.
Hands up if you're a castle.
So it was just a huge logistical thing, getting all of our Sydney people down here. It was a big struggle, particularly for Tom.
Just in general. Why? Who let me do this?
I definitely, I agree from a production standpoint.
But it was a struggle for me.
From a production standpoint, it was a real struggle for Tom. No, even because I get to do the costume side of things as well, it was like having to not only create I think it was 26 sort of individual costumes we put in a truck, but then we had to put them all in a truck about a week before the shoot, just hope that it all got there okay, and that we didn't remember that we needed anything else.
also our makeup artist decided to go and get COVID the day before.
So rude.
Rude.
And she was meant to be in one of the episodes as well that
yeah.
we were in, and it was rough.
And our other B-cam operator also got COVID. At least Jen was kind of lucky enough to come down with it before she got on a plane, so she could at least stay at home. Andy, our camera operator, he got it the day that we arrived, and he had to just stay in his room at the castle for the entire week shooting.
We locked him in the tallest tower that we could find.
Yeah, we had to step on nuggets to crush them, to slide them under the door, just so we could get a little bit of nutrients. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Is that something you learnt from doing the Aarakocra episode?
Yeah. Food comes in all shapes and sizes. You've really just got to make it work.
For the door that you're trying to get
Fantastic. So it sounds like you may have had a bit of an easier task with scoping out sets for that episode if you used Cryle. Were there any interesting sets that you're particularly excited for everyone to see?
Yes.
Yes. Can we get, I don't know how much you can give away, maybe just what we saw in the trailer, if you can remember. What's your favourite set that you're most excited for?
I mean, I guess I can talk about it because it was in the trailer, right? I got to live out my childhood dream of riding a horse in armor. So getting to do that was basically the best thing ever, and I'm so excited. But also, as you saw, the horse wasn't a horse the whole time. So that's also a journey. But yeah, I think actually getting to shoot in a real jousting arena and riding a horse while wearing plate armor was the coolest thing I've ever done in my life so far. So yeah.
Very exciting. It's amazing how you managed to take something beautiful and majestic like that horse and that jousting arena and then turn it into something like what that horse turned into.
This is why Elliot's a genius.
You're a monster.
Look, it honestly might be my favorite episode by the time it comes out.
I didn't want to say it like for favorite episode because it's not out, but I think it is my favorite thing.
We haven't even seen it yet. I think we're all looking forward to seeing that when it comes out. It may become one of our favorites all around when it does release. But it looks like we'll also have another episode with some music and singing in it to look forward to.
Nixie does some shanties, which is really exciting. What she's known for, and honestly, I think it's a real winner. So well done. But other than that, yeah, there's a guy who also sings. I'm really good at telling stories.
I'm getting that.
Natural storyteller.
All right, so I'll
So you write,
So I mean, I don't write the music. So I'll write like the general script and the vibe. But I actually have a really amazing team of composers.
Thanks, man.
Who you're welcome. Who handle all of like the music writing stuff. So I have a lyricist, Jake Nielsen. And then I've got an amazing composer that I shouted out before. That's Ned McPhee.
Stand up, dude.
Yeah, stand up. Come on.
Big round of applause for Ned.
So Jake and Ned, they wrote something together called Bardic Inspiration, which some of you guys might like.
Never heard of it.
And they have another little song that they prepared, which I'm actually really excited. And you heard a little bit of it there, above, but that's just a small taste of the whole song.
Yeah, like in all seriousness, I'm really excited for this one to come out. It's really interesting to have someone else. You could kind of pick up that it was not just me in the scene. Yeah?
Yeah, we saw.
Yeah, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been dancing around
We
this
saw
whole
the
time.
actor named Matthew Bredney who did an amazing job.
Yes.
Yeah. Matthew Bredney is just a super talented guy, and working alongside him was really enlightening, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, I think it's a really fun episode, and it's going to be, I guess, just big, like, hopefully as big as Bardic Inspiration.
Well, we'll hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have a little sneak thing coming out next week of this new character that Matt plays. His name is Zephyr.
Yes.
And he is an Air Genasi bard.
We love it.
Looking forward to that. That's one of those one-shots
Yes.
that we get to see. Excellent, excellent. I will definitely be setting my alarms to watch that in the first lot. Can I comment first? Is that still what the
No,
cool
that's
kids
Kendall's
That's
job.
Kendall.
Kendall's always got to be the
Kendall's
first
thing.
commenter.
Every
No, now that
time.
you've mentioned it, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Well, yeah, Tom got it for the last one.
Yeah, it's because I did it before it uploaded.
I feel like that's cheating.
Well, it's only cheating if you can't do it.
I will admit that Bardic Inspiration was on my, the Spotify top played of the year. It was the second on my Spotify top played, and I'm not even mad about it or upset.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this next song, Unthroning Bardic Inspiration.
It's different. Like, I think
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration was like a true tale. This is, I feel it's a different tangent,
More of
but
a
a lot
nose.
of, sorry, a lot of,
More of a nose.
more of a nose, apparently. No,
As opposed to a tail. I got where you were going. I'm not happy about it.
you know what? It's
Didn't
good.
hear any of that.
It's good.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
We'll look forward to hearing that when it comes out. With that being said, I think there's a microphone out there somewhere. Honestly, I've been shrouded in fog this whole time and can't see anything that's happening out there.
That was
I
done on
believe
purpose.
There's a microphone, though, for anyone who has a question for the panelists up here. Does anyone have... Oh, yes, here's a wonderful helper coming down with a microphone. Put your hand in the air. Wave it around like you care if you have a question. Oh,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
Just joking.
Wrong one. Yep.
Just kidding. Wrong mic. Oh, that one sounds
Come
like
on,
it
microphone
works.
man.
Thank
We're on the
you.
clock here.
Hello.
Hey!
My question is, what's the funniest thing? What was like the funniest thing that you guys ever done while filming?
Ooh. I actually have one that I thought of earlier when we were talking about behind the scenes and bloopers things. So if you've seen the long rest episode with the cultists, so we shot that in this old cemetery that is in Sydney, Rookwood Cemetery, and it's still an active cemetery. But what was really fun that we didn't really think about was that we had 3 fellows dressed as cultists.
Undead
in
cultists.
Like red velvet robes and like corpse paint makeup. And the public bathrooms were right next to where they hold the funerals. And we only realized that the undead cultists would probably not the thing you want to see when you look out the window from your nan's funeral.
Yeah.
It was a bit of an awakening, the realization that occasionally they have funerals like at a cemetery.
Yeah.
None of us saw it coming.
We didn't really think about that.
Honestly, I think that just makes Nan look really cool. That's way cooler than paying someone to stand in all black, holding a black umbrella at the back
A
of your
small
funeral.
procession of red-robed figures.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope mysterious undead figures shown up at my funeral. That'd be so metal.
I just want like a spring-loaded casket, so they get through like halfway through the ceremony and then just like unlatch, bang.
No, it's like empty, and then they look up and you're just swinging from the rafters.
Does anyone else have an answer to the question?
Oh, yeah.
I reckon that is probably one of the funniest things. It's just the situation of having to deal with cultists at a graveyard during a really somber occasion.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was tragic.
Anything else?
I don't know, like when we rap is pretty good.
No, it's funny, not good things, funny things.
Not stuff that makes you feel nice.
Nothing makes me feel nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, rude.
Clinical depression.
Yeah.
I tried.
I think, another funny one is just when Jen was putting poo on us for that shot. That was
what
very
about the
funny.
slap?
The slap!
Yeah.
The slap! Tell the slap.
You want me to tell the slap?
You can tell the slap.
Okay.
You did the slap?
I did the slap. So there was an episode that came out that we had Jen in it as well as the Triton cleric.
The Revivify episode.
Yeah, the
with
Revivify
giant.
episode. Which, so there was a point where Eva was to kind of slap me first, and then I turn around and then slap back. So we did the whole thing where, we do the camera angles and we stay far away and touch the thing to make sure, touch tips to make sure that, it's, we're far enough away and we're not gonna actually hurt each other. And so we did all that thing and we got into a bit of a rhythm of, doing it, blah, 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 until we got a bit too comfortable with it. And so, she went to, mock slap me and I spin around and then I turn back and then actually overextended and completely slapped Eva
Smacked me across the face.
Right in the face. And there was they were filming it, thank God. So there was an actual look of horror on my face. And it was just like, perfect. We got the shot.
I had a split second where I was like,
I used
I
it.
could stop this, or this could be my Aragorn moment. So it's now up to you guys. Whenever you show someone, you can be like, did you know that Eva actually got slapped in this take? She
And
actually
broke a toe. Don't know how. But
and kicked a helmet and broke a toe. It was amazing.
But yeah, so yeah, it was definitely one of those things where I was actually horrified that I'd done it, and they were just like, "Yeah, perfect. You looked so genuine," and I'm like, "It was."
That was the same day that the Portaloo nearly fell on me. We have fun.
Yeah, there's a
We
lot
have fun.
going on.
Do we have any other audience questions? Oh, yes, we've got a couple of hands up. We've got time for about 4 questions if we keep our answers nice and succinct.
That's shade.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi.
You may have answered this in panels previous, but I was curious if Alyssa had drawn the short straw for being the only character in full body paint makeup, including your new cast member who's the Air Genasi. But did you just?
I mean, they definitely gave me the option of being like, okay, like what color do you want to be? And at that point in time, like, Critical Role, Jester was like, very big. And so it was kind of like, okay, we've got to try and make sure that we're not, overlapping too much. It's not too, like, we'll try and see what's out there and then like, make it work with that. And I think I settled on pink because I was like, it's not close to blue. It's going to be really easy to do body paint with pink because, skin color is quite close. So even if it like rubs off during filming, it's not going to be like too intense, like all that sort of stuff. Anyway, and so then we're like, yeah, we're like really excited about it. She looks nothing like Jester, great, blah, blah. And then we put it up and then everyone's like, oh my God, it's Mina Rashido. And it's just like, oh no, we can't win. But no, I don't know how you guys got out of not being anything as like intense.
I wasn't even allowed a costume for the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, it was just your clothes.
It's
wear
because
something.
like Forgeling's already in the player's handbook. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But I mean, I think Kendall gets body painted.
Yeah, Kendall definitely has it a
about
lot
as
worse than
much
me.
As Alessia does.
I mean, it's every day for me, and at least like
I don't have to. Yeah, like Jen puts my makeup on. You have to do it yourself.
Well, no, she does help me out. Like it cut my.
I was trying to like lift you up, and then you just threw.
Well, no.
It,
Like to be fair, like she has helped immensely. Like my initial getting ready for episodes, like the first couple of episodes, it took me about 3 hours to get ready for however long we shot for. But now she's helped me bring it down to about an hour and a half, which is still long, but it's so much better. So much better. But yeah, no, I definitely picked out the short straw, and to be honest, I still really love it though. It's still fun.
Next question. You should feel very special, by the way. That's the director of photography handing you that microphone.
Very special. I really, really love the musical episode. And who did the really cool CG in that? Like the burning city at the end?
Is he here?
Yeah, so that's, I don't know if Ken is here, but he's at the con.
No, he's ditched us. Yeah.
He obviously doesn't care enough to come to your party.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's seen enough of it.
He's currently dressed up as Eddie Munson. If you see an Eddie Munson running around, that could be him.
Yeah, double check every time that you see one. Just be like, hey, are you Ken?
But not just the CGI for that episode, all the CGI.
Yeah.
So I mean, in previous episodes, there's like a beholder. He's done all of that. He's been working with you guys for how long?
We've known him for a long time now, and I mean, we've basically been like trying to get him to do stuff for us for so long, and he's finally been able to do it because we got funding and we could afford to pay him.
Yeah, we can afford Ken.
Yeah, so that was great. But yeah.
It's actually really cool because he's actually got a personal YouTube where he actually has shown some of the things that he's worked on with Deerstalker, and he like shows the breakdown of like how he's actually done it. So definitely look him up on YouTube as well. Like I'm sure.
Kenaz.
Yeah. So check him out on YouTube because he actually does like a full breakdown of like how he's done it, and I love that shit. So I'll binge it just because I enjoy it too. I'm just like, oh, that's me.
Yeah.
And then it's like so cool.
That's from the movie.
And that's from the movie.
I did that around my house.
Thanks
and
for
just
your
got photos.
question. Next question, please.
Have there been any really super duper bad prop breaks, and who was it? Can you?
Tom, your panel's on later, man. Why have you got a mic?
Prop breaks.
Prop breaks. No, because everything was made really good.
Oh, in the one we shot most recently, Big Bad Evil Guy's armor was falling down, I think, in between every take.
Oh, yeah.
And I had like
really
helpers
throw
falling
me
through.
under the bus.
No.
man.
I was looking at Greg's costume because I was like, confirmed. Amazingly done, but like there's just one bit of Velcro just wasn't liking. And it is all your fault. And I will take your apology in writing.
Wow.
I don't think we've actually had any prop fail, like no catastrophic prop failures. I think there's been something which is like something has happened close, like sets.
Yeah.
In the elements are always difficult.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think we've had any severe accidents.
Like nothing that gaffer tape can't fix.
You can
And a
fix
bit of hot glue.
everything with gaffer tape and dreams.
Yeah.
There's a on-purpose prop break in season 5, which is in the trailer.
Oh.
It's the
Totally
Oh,
forgot
the exploding
it.
loot.
sugar glass.
Oh, the sugar glass.
Oh,
Yeah, we got to do. I got to use sugar glass for the first time, which was really, really fun.
Do you want to explain
So
what it is?
So sugar glass, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically easy shattering prop glass. So they use it for stunts so that you don't actually get hurt. It's not sharp and it breaks really, really, really easy. So Evandra basically bottles someone, which is awesome. So it was
Very
really fun.
Australian.
I think I had 3 goes at it to smash a bottle over a guy's head.
But you know that like the
Just
guy,
a random guy. He didn't see it
Great,
coming.
just a random guy.
Yeah, the guy whose head you smashed with the bottle was actually one of like the top tier Kickstarter backers. So like, thank you so much for donating.
I mean, like, what better reward than to get beaten up by Evandra? Like, everybody wants... Yeah, I see the agreement. Thank you.
Evandra smashed a bottle over my head. It was awesome.
I think we've got another question
Now,
right up the
I am not great at counting. Was that 3 or 4 questions?
I think that was 3.
That was 3, okay. Now, we have time for one more question. Whoever gets their hand, oh, I can see a hand down here, Goldie, at the front.
With the beautiful
right
elf
here.
ears.
You get the lucky last question. It may be because your ears are so cool that I can see them through the fog.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm biased for Eva. So, One for All Burlesque win.
Oh!
So, not specifically One for All, but if you watch this space, being my social media, there may be a thing coming out in the next little bit called Taverns and Tassels.
Ooh. Cool name.
And that's all I'll say about that.
Kendall and I are also doing one on Snapchat.
Yeah, or just catch these two on Snapchat
Yeah,
at any time.
Neither
at
of us
any
can
time.
dance, so it's just like prepping for a shower. It's not great. Come along.
Basically, head out to the men's bathrooms and they'll give you a show.
It's actually also going to be like
pimped out.
like the fireman calendar, just to like fundraise for the firemen as well. We'll just do that, but with you guys.
Yeah, season 6
That's how we're
funding.
going to fund season 6 is a lewd calendar. So if you guys want a lewd calendar, it's just Kendall.
Yeah.
The people want what
With
the
his
people want.
housemate's dog.
Okay, everyone's going to want a refund if that happens.
That being said, it is time for the audience participation part of this panel. That's right, it's time for you to get your mobile phones out. Can we please have this screen up on the big screen? Who hasn't played Kahoot before? Okay, it's really simple. All you need to do is go to kahoot.it in your phone's web browser. Whichever browser you prefer to use is fine. Pop in that game pin. That pin is 9440379. That number again, 9440379. Then put in your name and press enter, and you will see it pop up on the screen there. That means that you are in and ready to play. I'm going to give you another 30 seconds. Goodness me, we are...
Well, we can't see.
If we hit 50, we can't have any more in, so get in quickly. Okay, we've hit 50. Oh, we've hit... Whoa! Whoa! Oh my gosh. I don't know how many they're going to let us have in, so fingers crossed Kahoot doesn't notice that they've stuffed up and I haven't paid for this many players at once. Okay, all right.
One person needs to leave.
It'll be me.
2. Never mind. All right.
So, with that being said, once you have entered and I start the game, there will be multiple choice questions that come up on the screen. It will be my job to read out the question to you. It will be the job of the panelists to heckle you while you answer those questions.
I want one for all that.
Okay. The winner is the person who answers the most questions correctly in the shortest amount of time. That's right. It's not just about getting the question right. It's about getting it right and quick. Okay. We do have prizes, one for all related prizes, including but not limited to posters, stickers, and pins for first, second, and third place.
It's not a good
All
show.
right.
I'm very bad at magic.
Has anyone not entered the game yet and desperately wants to? Scream right now. Scream really loudly. No. Okay, good.
Yes,
Love that
Pee-pee.
silence. Beautiful.
Pee-pee has arrived.
It's time to begin. Oh, you just got in
It's
time,
around 8.
Teal. Well done. Here we go. And we're starting.
Good luck.
Good luck indeed. Welcome to the One for All Quiz Stravaganza.
That was too many vowels.
First question in 3, 2, 1. Starting easy, which of these is not a class in Dungeons and Dragons?
Maths.
Is it the bard, the
I
sorcerer,
have never heard of a bard.
the sneak, or the fighter?
I've never wanted to be one.
I love playing a sneak.
I never
Which
wanted to be a
which one
bard.
do you think is not?
I love the idea of someone being so boring that they're an accidental rogue. Like, people just don't notice that they're in the room because they're so boring.
Hidden from even
Well
themselves.
done to the
Wait, who's
76
talking?
people who got that correct.
Very
Our
nice.
next question. Oh, congratulations to Tid,
Yeah,
who is
Tid.
currently in the
Go,
lead.
Tid.
Well done, Tid. Still easy. Who are our core adventurers in One for All? Is it Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli? Is it Antreus, Evandra, and Nixie?
Gimli.
Antonio, Evandra,
Gimmels.
and Nixie?
My mate
Athos,
Antonio.
Porthos, and Aramis.
I love Antonio.
And special bonus love point to anyone who can tell me where Athos, Porthos, and Aramis are actually from. They are indeed the Three Musketeers. Well
Nice.
done. You don't actually get a point for knowing that,
Yeah,
though,
that-
sorry. Well done to
Love
the
that,
57
Antonio.
people who got that one correct. Let's see. Oh, Tid's still in the lead. Well done, Tid.
What the hell?
But 1835 Link is coming up real quick.
Woohoo.
Question 3. Nixie loves a good fireball. What level is this spell?
Well, what grade is she in? Year 1?
Is it first level, second level, third level, or fourth level? I was tempted to put cantrip in, but I didn't think anyone would actually pick that.
No, that's fire.
I mean,
That's
you,
fair.
you're
That's
gonna
fair.
say
That's
like,
fire
Fire
hands.
hands.
but you can like upcast.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
So
like,
if
technically it
someone
could be
picks
all
the
What
wrong
is
one,
it at
it
its
still
base
technically-
level? It is indeed a third level spell. Well done to the
Nice.
45 people who got that one correct.
I mean,
Let's
Nixie
see.
uses it like it's a cantrip.
Yeah, I do. I love the headcanon that like she just thinks every spell that has fire in it is fireball. So it's just yeah, exactly.
Fire hands.
Tid is still out in front, keeping that lead strong. Well done. But Nick following up behind and deathly in third at the moment. Question 4. How many different substances has Andreas been covered in
here
throughout
we
One
go.
for All so far?
Why is it me? Why is it my face?
Look, I was given
Hey, you
a
pulled that
whole
face.
folder of
That's
photos
your-
to
that's
choose
a
from,
good face,
and this
man.
was the first one I selected, so enjoy.
Kendall, look at me.
Enjoy.
Here comes the
Perfect.
aristocrat.
Oh my god, is it actually?
The answer is 6. I did not go through and count these. This is based on Goldie's insistence, so if it's wrong, I mean, I don't know. Go
Is it
after
actually
her.
6?
There was
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
and wine.
Yeah.
we.
Yeah.
Question.
Ah.
All right.
Okay, let's see if that knocked Tid off first place. It did!
Allegra coming in.
Congratulations,
Wait, who is the
Allegra,
fire emoji?
and special
Oh.
congratulations to Eden, who's on an answer streak of 4.
You.
Which of these will kill a vampire in D&D? Do you chop the head off? Do you give them a stake to the heart? Is it sunlight or holy water?
I don't know this one.
Now we want an actual death of this vampire. No
feel
coming
like I'm
back
gonna
as
rules
this
lawyer this
weird
no matter
fog
what it
that
is.
I've got going on around me.
Are they technically undead, so they're already dead and you can't kill it?
They're technically undead.
You can defeat them. All
There
right,
we
so
go. Oh, 29 people got this correct. Well done. Sunlight is one of the only ways to perma-kill a vampire in D&D. There we go. Oh, Allegra, I'm sorry. You've been knocked off the top there. Rinku is coming up and taking the lead. Ready! Followed by Sparky and Red. I hope I pronounced Red correctly. What is the name of the first episode of One for All? I actually mentioned
Please
this
stop.
during the panel. Is it Tragic Backstories, Rules Lawyer, You Meet in a Tavern, or Murder Hobo?
My life is a tragic backstory.
2 of these episodes were actually mentioned during our panel today, but
right.
only one of them is the first episode. It was indeed You Meet in a Tavern. Congratulations. That scoreboard, Rinku keeping the top, Sparky still in second, with Harley coming up in third. Well done.
Go Harley.
Tom is a climber.
What is the soul container of a lich called? What? Is it a phylactery, a horcrux,
Lungs.
an araminho, or a bone boy box?
What are these photos?
It's a bone boy box.
Yeah.
We all know it's a bone boy box.
Got to keep your bone boy box nice and safe.
What did you pick?
I picked
It's a lich factory.
Oh, no.
Well done
wrong.
to the 57 people
Well, I
who
don't
got
know.
that
That's the
one
only one I
correct.
know of.
It is indeed a phylactery, which is a very, very strange word to see in a fanfic.
Factory.
I went from like 16th down to 30th.
Our scoreboard has not moved. Well done to Rinku. And Deathly is back with an answer streak of 3. Well done, Deathly. Keep it up. You might get back on that podium. Which of these is not an NPC in One for All? Is it Ethel, Vlithrin, Killit, or Mama Burb?
Why is it just poop on my face? though?
why are you
Why
enjoying it?
isn't it just poop on your face?
It's not an NBC.
This one's a bit of a tricky one, I think.
Nah, it's very easy.
It's
you
only
get it
easy for
right.
you because it's the one
Yeah,
you
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I know
I
the
do
answers.
appreciate that it's blue for Vlithrin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah, I
placement.
did that on purpose. You're
Good.
welcome. Vlithrin is a player character in One for All, not an NPC. Ethel is the character I played in One for All, but is also an NPC because I'm
Ethel.
not a player.
Ooh.
Rinku keeping the lead, but Phosphor and Shadowscale are taking over the podium. 5 players have currently reached an answer streak of 4. Now,
I think it's
it
top
is
3
time
fight to
for
the
the
death.
penultimate question.
Physically.
Magic Missile always hits, almost. Which reaction spell can cause it to miss? Is it Absorb Elements, Disintegrate, Hellish Rebuke, or Shield?
Ooh. I have no idea.
Questions.
Surely you can just cast Nope.
I thought it was going to be like
I cast
Counterspell or
Nope.
something.
Not allowed.
Yeah, that
Shield
one.
is indeed
That's what I said.
the only reaction spell that can
Nice.
cause
Not
magic
even
missile
Counterspell?
to.
What about
Yeah, what about Counterspell?
Yeah, what about Counterspell?
Counterspell doesn't cause it to miss, it just stops it from being cast.
Oh, okay, technically.
Oh, come
correct.
at me.
Technically.
Our scoreboard, Rinku keeps the lead. Phosphor and Shadowscale still in second and third place. Let's see if Allegra or Deathly can take over with our final question. The last question. What is the name of the Dungeon Master in One for All? Is it Pat Purser, Lennon G. Hulligan, Ryan Furphy, or Larry Lygax?
I like Larry Lygax.
Lennon G. Hulligan.
I had a great time coming up with these names, in case you can't tell.
I love it.
It's Lennon Lee Hulligan now.
Yeah, that's it.
The answer is indeed Pat Purser. I love all of you who think it was Ryan Furphy, though. Furphy. It's a very Australian
It's a beer.
name. Yeah, 'cause
Ryan
it's a beer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
There you go. Are you ready to see our final leaderboard?
Woo!
Yes, okay. Here's our podium. In third place, Well done to Deathly! Second place, Shadow Scale, and coming in the lead, Riku! Taking it home, well done!
You guys have bad taste.
With that being said, everyone who is on that podium, you all win a prize. Put your hands up, please. Where are you? Oh, you're all near the front. That's fantastic. Goldie's coming down to the front and giving them out. So I am going to play the trailer one more time as Goldie gives you your prizes. So come on down to the front here and meet Goldie if you won a prize. Well done. And let's play that trailer. I've got to open it up again because I'm bad at like...
Oh, we're going to see the trailer again.
We get to see the trailer again.
What time are we allowed to? I think you're supposed to be there right now.
It was her. It was that pink teeth.
Yeah, I think you guys should be
Whatever
over there.
happened to innocent until proven guilty? What'd I do?
Arson! Murder! Magic!
Stop hitting me so hard! Why did you break in here? He's cheating! Disqualify him! Belly Burka sweat.
You know, I had a whole session planned out. And then you guys, you just went ahead and murder-herbered your way through the whole town and then went completely off the rails.
So now I am improvising a whole new campaign on the fly, so I'm sorry if it's not as consistent as it could be.
Now, can we get this game back on track?
It's just like...
Your wish with friendship, I'll catch you like a fish.
Friendship means you get your turn. Friendship helps your enemy burn.
Friendship is the food on your plate. It's the knife in the throat of the people that you hate. It's the white-hot rage that helps you in the war. It's the brains on the walls and the blood on the floor.
We'll destroy you.
And that's what friends are for.
Yeah!
All right, I reckon you guys should run.
Yeah, we're gonna
Please keep that applause going really loud as we thank our panelists for today.
We're watching it again?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Pink teeth.
On repeat.
Thank you all so much for joining us for today's panel. If you missed the signing this morning, that's okay. As many of these panelists as we can will hang around out the front. I know a couple have another panel to run off to, but we'll hang around outside the front of the theatre to do some more signings, a couple of photos, that sort of thing, if you missed out this morning. With that being said, thank you all so much for joining us. Have a great day at PAX.